such an honor to be here in Terni for the first time, playing for 4 nights. One of the times I came to Perugia with another group. It was my group, but different musicians. That was one of the best times I have, I've been in Perugia. But even before that, I came with Horacio El Negro Hernandez. That was a band, an iconic band with Robbie Amin, Carlitos El Puerto, John Beasley, Giovanni Terry on saxophone, Brian Lynch on trumpet. It was amazing. It was amazing, and I remember a photographer taking a lot of pictures. And then the next year, when I come back with different band, there was a huge picture of me with a group, with Horacio El Negro's band in the big plaza. It was, whoa! I was like, I'm getting famous, man, I'm getting famous. And it was cool, but the experience was uncomparable. The audience was like so into it, and it was amazing, bro. Every time I come back to Perugia, the experience is better. It's a dream come true, brother. The energy is so powerful. People are into music. People come to the festival just to enjoy music, man. To enjoy any kind of music, not just what I bring. So I grew up in a neighborhood called Cayo Hueso, K-West, that's in the middle of Havana. And that particular neighborhood is so rich in culture, They used to have a tour in neighborhoods. So the park in front of my house is a very important park, Parque Trillo. It's a lot of things going on there. A lot of orchestra used to play there during festivals. And right across the street from my house, a lot of bands used to rehearse. And then since I was a teenager, since I was little, I used to cross the street and, and see and have the great honor to see and listen to all those orchestras. So I grew up in a family of music. My uncle was one of the greatest conga players from Cuba, Antonio Campos. And my mom used to sing. All my brothers are percussion players. So since I grew up in my house, it was all about music in my neighborhood too. When I was 25, Jen Bonnet, a saxophone player from Canada, from Toronto, went to Havana and she saw me playing at the Jazz Plaza. And she invited me to the festival in New York and Canada. So I went to the tour in Canada. I went to New York. When I finished the contract with her, I decided to stay in New York City. That was the best decision I made in my life. So it was an amazing opportunity for me, and I absorbed all that energy, and I learned so much from New York City. Well, I put together this project called Echoes of Africa because I came from Afro-Cuban culture, with the slave trade during the Africa diaspora. A lot of, many different ethnic groups were brought to Cuba, and we still preserve the culture in there. And, I became a priest. I've been into the religion, very active since I was very young in Cuba. And that's what I've been trying to rescue and keep alive, the legacy of the Afro-Cuban ancestors, the Afro-Cuban music. In Cuba, we have a huge influence of American music, huge. But because the economical and political situation, we were not allowed to listen to American music. So in my house, we have this little radio where we used to listen American music with the volume almost nothing, because it was illegal. But since I was little, I used to listen to Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, The Meters, Earth, Wind and Fire, Kool and the Gang. So we grew up loving, American music and rock. I know Led Zeppelin since I was in Cuba, AC/DC, Queen, Kiss. So Cuban music incorporate all that sound into their music. So we are so familiar with that. So, for me, jazz, it's like for Cuban music.
Muchas gracias, Terni. Buenas noches.